Okay, the next thing I want to do is create a slider joint between the follower and the guide. And even though I want a slider joint between the follower and the guide, it's actually a little bit easier to use the roller than actually the follower. So when I create my joint, I'm going to select slider, and then I'm going to make sure that my roller is oriented so that the round part, the bull nose, is facing just as it is here. So if yours is in a different orientation, you might need to rotate that part. Okay, when you create this assembly. So I'm going to select that face with no specific geometry point. That makes me and allows me to pick the center of the square. So that's picking the center point of the square hole at the top of the roller. Okay, and then I'm gonna again get good eyes and zoom in, and I want to get, again, no specific geometry, make sure I get the center at the top of the follower guide. Okay, and of course if yours happens to flip upside down, press the flip button, and it's okay that it's physically causing an interference at this point. What we're going to need to do and figure out is how to offset the Z value and slide that guy down. Okay, but so at this point, physically we have a physical impossibility where the follower is interfering with the roller. And if we look in the joints, we're going to come back to that slider joint and fix that in a minute. Okay, so, and we could slide that down physically, using the follower, and actually that's going to help us figure out exactly where we want our cam to be. Okay, so what I want you to do then is bring in your eccentric cam. And when we bring in the eccentric cam, we're again need to do a joint. So let's assemble a joint. And here I have a little bit of a problem because I need to have the origin be the center of that square hole. Okay, and I don't have that option available to me on this particular part. So what I need to do is create a joint origin. So let's go back out to my eccentric cam file. So I'm going to open up the individual component. If you did this as a top-down assembly and the cam was modeled on the crankshaft, then you wouldn't have to go through this step. And I'm just going to make my original sketch visible. Okay, and then I'm going to create a joint origin. So I want to make sure that when I go to do a joint origin, I want to get, it's not letting me, still not letting me get there. So I might need to make a new sketch. And from that new sketch, might be okay. I need to be able to pick that origin point. So let's try that. So then let's come over here and under assembly, let's pick a joint origin, and I still don't have that origin point. Okay. So let's go back to my new sketch, and let's go ahead and let's make sure we create a point at that origin. See, I need that. I need to have that point to be able to select it to get the center of that square. And I didn't have that available. So I'll finish my sketch. I can hide that first one, and then let's make a new one. Let's do joint origin. So now this time I have that point available at the center of the square. Okay, and the thing that's really confusing, if you have to create a joint origin, you usually have to go back to the individual component if you're doing bottom-up modeling. Okay, so make sure you save that. And then when you go back to the cams in motion, okay, we get this yellow yield sign triangle, and we need to update that component so that that origin is now reflected in my new drawing, okay, for my assembly file. So now I'm going to assemble and do a joint. Go ahead and capture the position. This needs to be a rigid joint, and I'm going to select that joint origin, and then I need to pick the axle and pick the center of the axle. Okay, of course, if you're at the top, if your origin is at the top, I want you to rotate that around 180 degrees so that the lowest point of displacement is at 0 degrees on your axle, okay, rather than the highest point of displacement. And actually, that rigid, what else do we have to do to that joint? We also have to adjust the location. So it's not super critical, but we need to slide that over and get that in the middle, which if you build everything exactly would be negative 3.75 slid over 3.375, sorry. Okay, so now that's in the middle of the roller. And I'll say okay, and that's probably a good point to stop for this portion of the video.